Hello, I'm Bronwyn Longbourn, author of Custodian of the Spirits, the first book in the Valley of Heart's Delight series, an historical romance and family saga that begins with a journey from Philadelphia and ends in the Valley of Heart's Delight, known today as Silicon Valley in California's Santa Clara Valley. Custodian of the Spirits tells the story of Fiona Lenahan, who was traveling in a wagon train with her two young children, ages 3 and 8, in search of a new beginning. Kier Moran is the wagon master, who was leading 320 travelers west, with their 68 wagons filled with supplies and treasures, pack animals, and a herd of 250 cattle. I grew up in Laramie, Wyoming, a vibrant college town in the southeast corner of the state. On the drive west of town to the Snowy Range, Rocky Mountains with peaks that rise 9,000 to 12,000 feet, when the afternoon light is just right, you can still see the wheel ruts in the trail traversed by immigrants traveling to California and Oregon. This led to my fascination with the bravery and grit of those travelers and the rigors of the journey. In this excerpt from Custodian of the Spirits, the heroine, Fiona Lenahan, is checking in with Kier Moran. How are we doing so far? Fiona asked, curious to hear Kier's assessment. All right, Kier said, nodding affirmatively, but the worst part of the journey is yet to come. For the last few years, I've joined relief parties in the Sierra Nevada to help late travelers to safety by the middle of November. Every year, there is at least one family that has gotten lost or is too weak to make the last few miles unassisted. We started this after the Donner Party. We don't find everyone, but we find many who need help finishing the journey. How do people end up in that state? Fiona asked with interest. Poor planning to be finishing the crossing so late in the season. Bad luck, sickness, injury. If you're a small family with one able-bodied man and he gets scurvy or grows lame, that family is in a sorry state. The worst part is crossing the Sierra Nevada. People are tired when they reach the eastern foothills. Oxen teams are all used up. Some of the most difficult travel is in the climbing and descending. Wagons slip. People fall. Fiona listened, sobered by all she had heard. She was glad to have Kier on the journey. She trusted him to help them through the mountains. A bolt of cloud-to-cloud lightning illuminated the sky. The rumble of thunder followed. You've taken on quite a challenge as a woman with children too young to be of material use on the journey, Kier said, studying her. Essentially, you're doing alone what entire families are doing. Please don't underestimate me, she said, frustration dampening her voice. I'm not the one of us who does, he said gently. My father said a day's hard work is our way of repaying our Maker for the gift of another day, she said, watching the unsettled sky. A wise man, Kier observed. I suppose, she agreed. Every child should have at least one such memory of the man who gave him life. In silence they watched the lightning. It was difficult to breathe in the torrid air. Do you? She asked. A long time passed before he spoke. Yes. Thank you for listening. You can find Custodian of the Spirits on the Wild Rose Press site, as well as on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and at other fine booksellers.